You ain't heard this stuff yet. The bottom of the notes.
G'day there, podcaster. I've got one today, if I may.
Ben, you're up.
Just a little bit from the bottom of your notes, something you didn't get around to this year.
I got in trouble at the airport by a Qantas employee. So we're at the airport and we're going interstate and we had our luggage. And, you know, so you go to the machine, you press all the buttons, it gives you out your bag tag, and then you go over to the bag drop. And I went over to the bag drop, put my bag on the scale, put the little thing on, ripped the back bit off, stuck it together, and then I had the rubbish in my hand. And I was trying to put it in the bin. Like,
There's that little slit.
that little slit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Liam. Thank you, Bill. That's what I thought. And so I was trying to get this in the little slit, and I was really shoving it in there. And then a Qantas employee comes at me, and he's like, Sir, that's not a bin. That's an air vent on the machine.
Are you kidding me?
And then Sam was like, Ben. And I was like, and then because I started arguing with him. And this is when Sam was like,
Everyone puts it in the slit.
Yeah,
they've changed. So this was, I said Qantas, sorry. It was with Virgin. But same thing, right? And so this Virgin employee, it was a little while ago, so I forgot, but this Virgin employee comes at me, and then says, that's not a bin, that's an air vent, and says it kind of with a bit of attitude.
Bit of chewed.
And then I said, well, that's where the bin always is. That's normally a little slit where you put your rubbish.
If I was there, I
It's
would
a
have backed
bin.
you up. That's a
Yeah.
slit.
And then so I started arguing with him, and then he was like, no, it's always been an air vent. And then Sam was like, Ben, leave it. And I was like, no, it's always been an air vent. It's always been a bin.
What's
then-
next? So there's going to be 3 little bins above you when you're sitting in the plane? Like little tiny
Yeah.
bins that you can open and close?
So he was trying to tell me that was an air vent for the computer system to vent out heat.
Get off it.
And I was like, that used to be a
That's
bin.
a flawed system.
That used to, and don't train the masses to make that a bin because it was a bin.
Yeah,
And
or
I'm-
at least send
and
out
I'm
a
not-
text
yeah.
saying, guys, the slit is no
yeah.
longer a bin.
Because I'm not arguing with you saying it's a bin. Like, okay, it's an air
I'll
vent.
take your word for it.
But what I'm saying is that used to be a bin.
He's
and so that
probably-
you can't be angry at me for putting it in
You've
what
been
used to be the
trained
bin. My brain
to know
has been
that's
trained.
a bin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
When you
everyone's
said
going to
he
have rubbish at that point. Everyone's going
Yeah.
to have rubbish.
Everyone.
Yeah, you said he sounded angry, but it definitely would be the 10th person that day that
Well,
he
that's
said
probably
that
why
to.
he's angry. But then also don't blame the customer. Put
Or
a bin somewhere else then.
Get a little sign or a little plaque that says,
This
this
is not a
slit is
bin."
not a bin.
It's an air vent.
It's an air vent.
Yeah,
Enjoy
it
your
says,
flight.
hi, this is the team at Virgin here.
Yeah.
This slit previously was a bin, now
Yeah.
it's an air vent.
Next
Please do not
time,
put rubbish in.
If anybody listening or you guys on the podcast, if you get a chance, next time you're at the Virgin Terminal in Melbourne, because I'm sure every airport's different, when you're at the Virgin Terminal leaving Melbourne, look for the air vent because you'll see it and you go, yeah, that looks like a bin.
Looks like
You'll see that vent with all the paper stuffed in it. That's
Yeah.
that's a vent. Just catching flame.